Shalom Israel. Shalom first of all, Sakalalal. Yahweh Bashim of Shai Bashim Akakudash. The honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to you, brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. This is your brother Shapal from the Jamaica camp. And scrolling through the star. So, come across this article. Basically, it's a community where I'm familiar with. And this is in St. Andrew, Jamaica, the town of Augustown. And the thing that strikes me is that, look, we are under the curses, man. We are the biblical Israelite, right? What the scriptures speak about. It's not those so-called Amalekites. That so-called, matter of fact, those Amalekites are so-called white people in the land of Israel. They're not the real Israelite, right? We, when I say we, speaking about the Native American Indians, the so-called Negroes, alright, and Hispanics. You know what I mean? We are from the 12th tribe of Israel. Alright, the Lord's name is Yahweh. Yahweh Shai, the son, and Yahweh, the father. You know what I mean? Those are their names in the Hebrew. Alright, see? And we are here to wake up our brothers and sisters. Alright, and especially the elect of the nation of Israel, because that everybody will get this truth, man. You know what I mean? Since whenever we speak into the elect, 2/3 of our people are going to be fueled for the fire, because them now going to hear the words we are saying to them, man. As it is written, the Lord hath given them eyes that they shall not see, and ears, right, that they shall not hear, even until this day, man. See? But one of the things we want our people to know, that we are under the curses, man, and that is why we're killing off each other. And there is no mystical reason, right, under the heavens why these things happen, but the Lord Yahweh shall punish his people, which are us. I mean, and the names that I've listed out, those nation of people, where they are today, right, those are the lowest people, right, the lowest set of people you can find in this world, man. Right, we are at the bottom. Alright, see? So I'm going to read this article, and then we're going to some scripture to show you that, look, these curses are real. So this is from the Star, as you can see, and it's dated, where's the date? Okay, February 14, 2020. Alright, and it says, I bring back the peace. Augustown resident wish to return, wish for the return of 2016 unity. Alright, so it's in 2016 the war-torn rural St. Andrew community of Augustown achieved an unthinkable zero murder. Alright, and if you use the word unthinkable, man, because it's really unthinkable. So residents may have felt that their community was on its way to become as crime-free as a compound in St. Elizabeth. Alright, and this compound where the Maroons live, and the reason why these Maroons are living such a, not that they are not under the curse, because they are also Israelites, man, but the reason why they are living in peace is because they take themselves away from the government or the society. Alright, I'm going back to the treaty which I'm signed, which that treaty and go hold up for long, and there was a lot of flaws in the treaty, but nevertheless, land was given to them, and they are not what you would call, they are not in a line, or they are not held or responsible, or they have no ties with the Jamaican government. It's just like a village within Jamaica, which government or police and so on and so forth, they don't really have no ties with them. They have certain orders or certain laws which govern their community, and their people, so, and it's a place where just mainly peace them deal with, man. Them not really, See, but that goes to show you, because our society is governed by who? The so-called white man. You know? So-called white man govern this society, man, and you can see. Alright? There's a resident, so the Maroon community has not had a murder in nearly 3 decades. Police are hardly in the community, and crime is virtually non-existent. Alright? So, but a consistent rise in murder since the magical 2016 has all but shattered the dreams for Augustone. So far this year, 2 persons have been killed, and we're in the 2nd month of the year. So let's just go into the curses, and we're going to show you why these things happen to our people. Okay. So this is, let's wait till it come up on the screen. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 54. Start of verse 54. Alright, and it says, so that the man that is very tender and delicate among you, it's like, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave. And that is the reason why a matter of fact, let me start at verse 15, because that is mainly the reason why our household full of a lot of turmoil, because there is no father. As scripture say, the man eyes are going to be evil towards the child, the wife of his bosom, and his children, and his brother, his children which he shall leave, man. Right? Saying so. Let's see what prompt all of these curses upon our people. So this is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. So, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, and his statute which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and shall overtake thee. Alright, and I read out the first curses, man. Man, I shall be evil towards his brother, man. So that's why the crime rate go up. Look, we can't escape from these curses, man. And the reason why it's cursed is because we transgress the laws and statutes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, through our Lord and Savior, man. Yahushai, show the power of Yahweh, the Father. You know what I mean? Saying we transgress all the laws and statutes, and that is the reason why we over this side of the world facing a punishment. So no matter how much peace you have about, the scripture no promise us no peace, man. This is not the kingdom of heaven. Alright? This is why we're killing off each other. There is no mystical reason. Alright? This is verse 45, Deuteronomy 28 verse 45. So moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, right, to keep his commandments and his statutes, right, that he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for signs and wonders, and upon thy seed forever. Alright, so in the article it will show you that all them seek is peace, man, and them hoping for one day, you know what I mean, where them can be where them can live in peace and harmony. But that is the kingdom of heaven, man, which is at hand. It's not in this society, because here is not the kingdom of heaven. Here is not the land of Israel, right? When we go back in the land of Israel, then we can see peace, man, because that's our land. Okay? So we'll go a little more in the scriptures. A matter of fact, let me just get a quick precept. Let's get a quick precept. Let's see. Matthew 10 verse 34. Yep. Alright, so this is Matthew 10 verse 34. Alright, so think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I have come not to send peace, but a sword. Alright, but I am come to set a man at variance against his father, right, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Right? Say a man's foe shall be of his own household. Alright? Saying so, look, this is what the Lord prescribed for this society, man. Right? See, and that is the reason, man, that a part of the curses, man. See, so we're not going to stop see all of these things happening until the Lord come for deliver us. Alright, the one who put us in this predicament. Alright. Scripture says, if my people that are called by my name shall see my face and humble themselves. Right? We out here calling on what? Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Buddha. You know what I mean? Look, a lot of madness our people gone into, man. But we won't seek our Lord Yahweh Shai of Israel. See, and we do these lessons, as I said before, we speak into the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Right? Right now, the Lord are preparing him elect to get us out of this place, man. And that's what we really, that's what we're really waiting for, man. See? Because these people, these are prescribed. Them sins are written down, man. So there's no escaping. They're going to do what them are ordained to do. You know? Alright, so back in let's get back in the news. Let's just click back on it. Alright. So where was I? Okay, so it says the Maroon community has not had a murder since 3 decades. Right? Police are hardly in the community, and the crime is virtually non-existent. But a consistence of murder, rising murder since the magical 2016 has all but shattered the dreams of Augustone. Now, Augustone says so far this year 2 persons have been killed. It's just a month ago. Alright, so it's a Councillor Vanessa Phillips told the Weekend Star that the following two murder this year have been effort to ensure that Augustone does not record any other. Okay, so there was a point in the article, and that's we're going to say we interested parties and the police come up with some ideas to put checkpoints that are different from a ZOZO, a zone of special operation. That means so some deliberate activities and searches were done, and how the guys operate to this day. We have not had anything happening, she said. Also determined to the Augustone archives Augustone achieves lasting peace is Dr. Christina Sinclair, Secretary of State, right, for the Akompong Maroon. So them have this Secretary of State from the Akompong coming to teach them how to implement what she are doing for our community up there in Akompong. You know what I mean? The reason why them have no crime. So try implement it in Augustone for them follow the same customs. So it's she has tried to get Augustone to adopt a compound strategy, right, of community collective security, which emphasizes love of community. Now love of community, you're not gonna see that, man, because guess what? The real love of community is loving the laws of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Right? Loving the laws of Yahweh Bashim Shai. That is real community, because the laws teach you how to deal with your brother, and the Lord teach you how to deal with your woman, and the Lord teach you, you know what I mean, how to be clean. Right? Saying and for show praise to the Heavenly Father, man. Right? So no laws not gonna teach these men how to do anything otherwise. Let's get a quick precept. Alright. Okay. There's no look. The laws of Yahweh Shai are the only laws that we need, man. All right. And if we depart from them, then death is what we seek, man. All right. Okay. Let me see. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is 2 Ezra 7 verse 21. So for the Lord had given them straight commandment to such as come what they should do to live. Right? So the commandments is what keep us alive, man. It's just similar to our compound, just in a similar manner, because look, man, our compound is not righteous people, man. It's people that developing their own righteousness, then, see. But when the Lord got judge, even a compound can't, no matter how much laws they must set up, them can't stop the judgment of Yahweh Shai. But it's a prime example for show you that where there is love in government and community, different from the influence of the society, because they're not influenced by what Jamaica does. It's a state within a state, But nevertheless, it's for God had given straight commandments to such as come what they should do to live, even as they come, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but speak against him, and imagine vain things, and deceive themselves by their own wicked deeds, right? And said, and Most High, that he is not, and they knew not his ways. So these are the reason why our people continue getting put to death, man, because we love not the ways of Yahweh Shai. And then we are reading the article, the article say we are seek peace. Alright? But this is what the scripture says, Ezekiel 7 verse 25, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Alright? So in the scripture we read about in Matthew 10, tell you that the Lord have come to send, not to send peace on earth, man, but a sword. Right? And the sword goes back to even the gun, the knife. Any killing instrument, man, that's a sword. So that's what the Lord prescribed for our nation, man. If we don't seek his ways, speaking about the elect of the nation of Israel. Alright, verse 26, and mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumors shall be upon rumors. And they shall seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests and the counselors, and counsels that are from the ancient. Alright, because we're coming in a time now wherein the murder, what I must say, since the year start, now we're in February. Alright, look, we're coming in a time and wherein, look, it's gonna be like 10,000, right? Or even 1,000, right, since the year start. Scripture says, a greater evil than these, which we see, shall happen hereafter. 2 Ezra 14 and 14. Just roughly paraphrase the scripture. Since we don't see nothing yet, man, scripture says, mischief shall come upon mischief, as we're heading into the day of the Lord. Alright? Saying, and we see it take time building up. Right? And scripture says, woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord, man. Because it is darkness and not light. People are dead by the dozen because the spirit of judgment is out. Alright? We're still under these curses, man. Alright, so some mischief shall come upon mischief, rumors. Rumors shall come upon rumors, and he shall seek a vision of the prophet, and he shall not find it. Seek a vision of the prophet, and the law shall perish from the priests, and counsel from the ancient. 27 says, and the king shall mourn, and the princes shall be clothed with desolation. So your government, they are your kings and the princes, man. Right, and speaking about chiefly Esau, so-called white man. Right, these are the things that happen to them, man. Right? Desolation. Right, grief. See, because that's the day of the Lord. It's darkness and it's not light, man. To the wicked. Right, but to us, the potential elect as well, it's light, man. So it's on the hands of the Lord. So, and it's like and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them, right, after their ways, right, and according to their deserts, will I judge them, right, and they shall know that I am the Lord. All right. See, so that's one of the things we prescribe for our people, man. Alright, this is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 18, 17, a matter of fact, say, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? the beginning of sorrow and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the poor shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Alright? And hey, scripture says, turn ye to the Lord while the evil days coming up. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1, I believe. Seek ye the Lord while ye may be found, man. Now is the opportune time to turn to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Alright? Because trust me, these crimes that we see happen out here in Jamaica is gonna be nothing, and people are gonna trip over dead bodies. You know? Alright, so it's at the beginning of sorrow and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the poor shall stand in fear. Alright? So this is just the beginning. You don't see nothing here, man. These are just the beginning. Alright? So the beginning of evil. And so the poor shall stand in fear, a matter of fact. And those are your leaders, man. Alright? All of them will stand in fear. And the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. Right? Look, all of these things will happen to our people, man. It's not because the Lord hate our people, man, but because of our own wickedness, man. Alright? Because of our own wickedness. Alright. Okay, I have a low battery. Okay. So this is Jeremiah 2 verse 19. He said, thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil and bitter thing that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord of hosts. Saying, so these are the reason why our own wickedness will correct us, man. Alright? And our backsliding will reprove us, man. And because what? The love or the fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is not in the society. Alright? So let me see if any more point in the article. Oh, is that the article? That's not the article. Okay, so a couple more minutes. Alright, so back in the article. Come on. Internet slow. Alright. Alright. Okay, so it's when you see something like this happening, something that is happening that goes against the grain, that has a long-term consequences, talks and do not adopt, and inform of a dead attitude, Sinclair said, at the end of the day, the life of the community is its resistance, is its residence, and when the community suffer because of the outbreak of violence, they are destroying themselves. Alright. So when Augustine residents, Mary said the security forces alone cannot bring peace. One Augustine residents, matter of fact, said that. So the man them have to come to themselves and know, say, listen, a peace we want. They themselves have to do it. Once they do it themselves, it could until some little troublemaker mash it up, she said. She recalled that in 2008 a major peace treaty was signed by warring factions that might be necessary now. If it goes back to that, Augustine will come back. If me a big man and me a govern on corner, me know say if one shot bust, me gone. So me no ensure say anything alright. So me I go ensure say everything alright, she said. John, another community member, said that there must be a target effort to reach the community young males. Alright, so it's them youth, it just hot, so the youth them mindset of a change. Them people want no income there, but them need to channel them young mind to do something productive. You have a young boy who go prominent high school and drop out, you go join gang, but that no work. you join up with them money now, and if a gun missing, you and the family are gonna pay for it, or pay for that. You know it work, he said. Yeah, and basically those are some of the things where, or that community specifically suffer saying. But look, scripture tell you, man. Scripture tell you, let's get this final precept. Okay, let me just get this final precept on the same. Okay. Okay, so this is Isaiah 1 and verse. Start of verse 24. And it said, therefore said the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversary, and avenge me of mine enemies, and I will turn my hand upon thee, and purely purge away thy just, and take away all thy sin. And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. So, this time when I will call that, man, when I will see certain righteousness, when I will see anything that is pleasant to our sight, afterwards, when those judges, right, be restored, after the coming of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right, and destroy this wicked society, because scripture says what? You can't go in a strong man house to spoil him goods, least you bind the strong man. Saying who is the strong man of the society, is or the so-called white man. So the Lord is the only one who has the power to bind him. Saying so when the Lord comes and bind the strong man, saying then we can spoil his goods, man. Then afterward, the Lord will set up him judges as at the first. King David, on the 12 apostles, man, and the government body, right, with Yahushua at the head, a matter of fact, through the power and spirit of Yahweh, saying the righteous kingdom are going to be establishment, right, and all of the curses will suffer, all of the the scripture tells us that it will go upon all the other nations, man, see, so we're not going to suffer no more. Scripture say, and I restore all thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning, right, and afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. Alright, so with that one I say, shalom. Hope this is one say the final. Until the next one, shalom.